Hello, my name is Monica Moisa, and this is a presentation of the scholarly article entitled Digital or Human Touchpoints, Insights from Consumer-Facing In-Store Services. The purpose of the study is to understand consumer-facing in-store services in new technology-enriched retail settings. Prior research highlights the extent to which consumers do appreciate the choice of digital touchpoints during in-store experience, while also they give value to the human interaction in the service channel. Also, other previous done researches did not conclusively indicate the best balance between digital and human services, although encourages further investigation of human-machine interaction for delivering services based on Huang and Ras 2018 research. To define customer service, because it's related to the study, the customer service is the set of activities and programs undertaken by a retailer to make the shopping experience more rewarding. By identifying the key drivers of the customer preference for digital or human touchpoint in the offline retail setting, the study figured out the attributes that play a crucial role in determining consumer preference regarding in-store alternatives. The study aims to help managers and in-store personnel find better ways and to interact with consumer based on their attitudes towards digital versus human touchpoints phenomenon. The research poses two questions. One, what are the motivations, preferences, and discouraging factors that are leading to the consumer choosing to interact with digital touchpoints when both human and digital touchpoints are available, and vice versa? Why do they choose human touchpoints when both are available? Literature review. To define touchpoints, these are all the interactions that take place between the customer and the company with in-store technologies or sales personnel along the customer's journey. They can be classified in three categories: static, like the traditional advertising, magazines, TV, interactive, mobile apps, interactive displays, touch screens, and human, which is the direct contact between the sales personnel and consumers. Touchpoints do impact the consumer experience no matter what the category they fall under. The methodology and the research of the study is a qualitative one. Involves face-to-face, semi-structured interviews. Data collection and procedure consists of interviews with 26 consumers from northern Italy that were interviewed between October and November 2017, interviews that lasted about 45 minutes. And the research involved a non-probability convenience sample, which means that the members of the target population met the criteria of easy accessibility, geographical proximity, availability at a given time, and the willingness to participate. Sample profile. According to these characteristics of a convenience sample, the subjects were in the categories of 15 females and 11 males, aged between 25 and 45, and self-described as their knowledge of technology for shopping support is good. The questionnaire that was posed to the subjects covered a couple ideas. One was interaction with new technology, atmospherics of the retail store, past experience with digital and human touchpoint, and other consumers' influence upon their choice. The data analysis was following a thematic analysis based on Brown and Clark. The actual study used the research questions to code and associated the themes with the codes. A software called WordStat has been employed and identified the codes with the manually extracted questions like research questions, motivation, preference, discouraging, interaction, and digital touch points. And these were put through a word frequency analysis. Topic modeling using factor analysis with WordStat further allowed the analysis of themes using a combination of statistical analysis and language processing. And all factors with values higher than 5 were retrieved. Researchers then manually screened the emerging factors and synthesized the results in 2 main standpoints, showing that the attitudes towards digital versus human touchpoints phenomenon revolve around 1, the quality of service and interaction at the store, and the perception of trust in technology and trust in sales personnel. Quality of service and interaction, the first one. Utilitarian value is one of the main attributes used by consumers to discriminate between human and digital touchpoints. And while the shopping experience might be slow and relaxing, the moment of payment has to be fast as possible. One other element of the quality perceived as a quality service issue is crowding. It seems to be the most influential element in the store atmospherics, being the most discouraging factor that affect the consumer behavior, even more than lighting or colors. And it does affect the perception of quality of service. The different perception in the trust for technology and sales personnel. The availability of human touch points is perceived as a positive aspect, while at the same time, the consumer was hesitant to interact with the sales personnel due to lack of trust, which was surprising to me, but it seems like it's what's happening. The research found that the customer perceived the digital touchpoint as less biased, more objective and useful in recommending new products or substitutes. I can relate to that if you think about trying a garment that maybe was designed for a different type of body type, and it's not compatible with what you know works for you, and it's recommended by a consumer. And so it was perceived that the sales personnel most interest is to sell the product, not the consumer's primarily the interest. So the respondents said that they interact with human personnel for 2 main reasons: if the technology does not work or if they are not able to find their own product. The main findings that emerged from the interview analysis were revolving around these 2, quality of service and trust. So it shows that slow service is discouraging, and interaction with sales personnel can be discouraging element. While the digital service, service is encouraging, technology suggestion, honest suggestion and recommendation is considered encouraging. A crowded store is discouraging, but it does not relate to the digital service. In conclusion, the overall result of the study reveals that, first, encouraging element leading towards the usage of digital touchpoint is the utility value, faster checkout, self-checkout. Sales personnel are still an important component of the store shopping experience when the physical touching and trying the product while in the store is required. But the trust in technology is higher than trust in personnel when simultaneously available. Employees then seems like they are failing to establish trustworthy relationships with consumers, while trust in technology is playing a bigger role in purchase behavior. Limitation of this research. Sample choice is one of them. Consumers with the variety of technology experience and knowledge is recommended, including those with limited or no experience in new technologies. The cultural aspect. Consumers were from a specific geographic area, and future research should replicate the study in other continents. We know that consumers from Europe are different than consumers from America or Pacific area, Asia. future research should replicate definitely these, and they must consider that certain cultures might prefer human contact rather than services provided by automation. Finally, new research might provide a new predictive model of consumer behavior when digital and human touchpoints coexist, including different variables such as utility, which we just discovered through this research, innovativeness, trust in technology, and trust in the employees. I believe that the global retail industry would benefit from having comprehensive results obtained much faster and more often on this topic, the topic of this study. Technology is a fast-moving target, and the consumer seems to adopt technology fast if it's utilitarian. And so the companies need to speed up implementing these results from the research obtained through research. Thank you.